Hi, my name is Sally Gimmon, and I am the owner of the TrustIsYou.com. I also have a podcast called Stop Paying Capital Gains. Now, I want to go over what the Spendthrift Trust is, because there are two different trusts. There's the Business Trust for 1099, and then a Beneficial Trust for all investors. I don't care if you're a real estate investor, crypto miner, crypto investor, stock market investor, forex, or day trader. These trusts are for you. Now, the reason behind this is because there's so much money that you can save on your federal taxes. Now, the full name of the trust, so everybody has that, is an irrevocable, complex, discretionary, non-grantor spendthrift trust. Real quick, irrevocable means it goes from generation to generation, just like the Rockefellers. They call their trust the office. Irrevocable, complex. This means this trust can hold money month to month, year to year, day to day, decade to decade. 97% of the trusts in the United States only avoid going to court or through probate. This trust is not your mom and dad's trust. My parents had that trust like that. So this is irrevocable, complex, discretionary. Whoever is the trustee or trustees can make the rules for the beneficiaries. I'm a good trustee. There's no rules for my nieces and nephews, but I do have a client, they're a married couple. They have 5 apartment buildings in Los Angeles. Their daughter, unfortunately, is involved in drugs and alcohol. She lives in one of the apartments rent-free. They're making her do 4 random drug tests a month. She sued her mom and dad. When the judge saw the paperwork, he said, "Honey, you got 2 choices. Either live rent-free and do the drug tests or move out." So again, irrevocable, complex, discretionary, non-grantor. This makes this trust 100% private. Someone who is not a beneficiary or someone who you invest with will sign up and sign away for the trust. It's a very easy process. You do need their social security number. If for some reason you can't find someone or don't want to ask someone to do that, either I can do this for you or a representative from the law firm that I work with will do it for you. True story, when I started both the business trust and the beneficial trust, I started both at the same time. I asked a family friend, Roy, who was 84 years old at the time, to be the non-grantor. He had to sign his name 17 times. He did his job, but bad choice on my part. He had arthritis in his hands, and he was in a lot of pain to do it. So be smarter than I was choosing your non-grantor. So irrevocable, complex, discretionary, non-grantor, and then the 5th part is spendthrift. This makes it completely legal. It has gone in front of the Supreme Court twice to say that a spendthrift trust can enter into an agreement and exit an agreement very easily. Now, this trust is legal. It's in the tax code. So if you want to go research a tax code, it's in 643B like boy, 643B like Bravo. That talks about the spendthrift trust. The law firm I work with, this trust is patented, so nobody can copy it. They are going out to sue other people who are trying to copy it, so please beware. There's some fake trusts out there. Now, I do want to talk about the business trust is for 1099 income. I have 3 businesses that I run through that business trust, and then the beneficial trust is for investors. The reason I got this started, I'll tell you the story about my house that I knew I was going to make a nice return on. But I want to read this statement to you from the IRS. It is tax tip 2003-29. This is what the IRS says about capital gains. Almost everything you own and use for personal purpose, pleasure, or investment is a capital asset. Can we be any broader than that? That's huge. So almost everything you own for a personal purpose or pleasure is a capital asset. Now, I originally started my trust because I bought a bank-owned reverse mortgage property July of 2020 for $20,000. Woohoo, 2020, $20,000. My name was not going to go on the contract until it was sold at auction. Everything was shut down because of COVID. It did not go to auction until August of 2021. I knew that the starting bid price was going to be $50,000. Yay, Sally, I was going to make $30,000. I also knew capital gains on $30,000 was over $7,100. I didn't want to pay them. In my real estate group, there's an instructor called Garrett Gunderson. He has a book out there called What the Rockefellers Do. The title now is called What Billionaires Do. But I had read that book before I joined my real estate group. He talked about the Rockefellers Trust again, quote unquote, the office. And I knew if the Rockefellers could have a trust like this, it has to be out there. My background is research. I went and researched and found the law firm that offers this patented trust. I became a client of theirs, and then I asked if I could start selling it in my real estate group. They were happy for me to do this. So I'm going to go over the 5 ways the Beneficial Spendthrift Trust saves investors money. Number 1, capital gains. There's short-term capital gains, which I deal with, wholesaling, upset bids, stopping auctions, things like that. And then there's long-term capital gains, which is more than a year. So if you're selling a house after a year, if you're selling a business, again, long-term capital gains are either 15% or 20%. Short-term capital gains are 23.8%. There is past legislation to raise short-term capital gains for some tax brackets up to 40%. That's a lot of money. So when you go out to thetrustisisyou.com and you get the slide deck, you're going to see some of my information there of what I have done in 2021 and 2022. I have saved quite a bit of money with capital gains, and I'm trying to help other people do this too. Now, I know some of those real estate investors out there are going to be going, oh, no, I could do a 1031 exchange. Yes, you can do a 1031 exchange. There's a very specific timeline for that. You got 45 days to put it up for sale and find a third party, and then you have 160 days to find a like property to change that. This does away with all the hassles. One of my clients, he's 79, she's 74. They were selling a house in Tampa, Florida. They were going to be making over $60,000 profit. It was not their house. It was a rental house they had. She didn't want to take the time to go house hunting for another house. They got the trust, and now she tells me she sits on her back porch and drinks mimosas in the morning saying, whoop, I'm in a REIT and I can do whatever I want. It's good for Vera. So again, this has anything to do if you're wholesaling, fix and flip, anything else. Now, also what's going to happen is it's going to save you, there's going to be capital gains, interest income. This is kind of important, especially for all you Forex investors out there. I don't know if you realize you get taxed 2 ways. You get taxed interest income and you get taxed capital gains too. So I'm trying to talk to as many Forex investors as possible because that's not fair. But interest income, I invest in notes where I am the mortgage on a property. People pay me rent every month. That's interest income. One of my clients does the BRRRR strategy, BRRRR, BRRRR strategy. He has 85 houses in the BRRRR strategy. He was paying $153,000 a year in interest income. So that's interest income. Dividends. If you're doing any stock market investing, I don't care if you're doing options, if you're doing buying stocks, holding stocks, doing things like that. Dividend income, that also gets deferred year after year. And then rental rolls. If you have short-term rentals, maybe you have an Airbnb or a Vrbo, maybe you rent to traveling nurses. If you have several doors, I don't care, 5 doors, 7 doors, 10 doors, 20 doors. One of my clients had 100 doors in Chicago. Now he has 114. Rental income is also deferred. Interest income, dividend income, and rental income is federally taxed 10% to 37%. 7 different layers in that, depending on your tax bracket. I just did something for one of my clients. He has 7 rentals. We showed him at 0%, 24%, and at 37%. He called me back 2 days later, actually 2 hours later, I'll be honest, 2 hours later, and he says, oh, my accountant says I'm at 27%. With him being at 27%, let me just get to the right information so I don't lie to y'all. That'd be horrible if I lied to y'all. Uh-oh. I don't have the right information. What he's going to save every year is $24,235. He also sold a house. He sold a house that he held for 4 years. He saved $16,900 there. So he's saving over $48,000 for the first year. But now that he has this trust, he's going to keep saving the rental rolls year after year. So again, rental rolls, interest income, or dividends are taxed between 10% to 37%. Now, the last way it's going to save you money is royalties. Royalties are taxed a little bit better. It's only 10% to 35%, but this includes anything you're doing if you're a songwriter, an author, an artist, NFTs, any NFTs. I know there's NFT crypto, there's NFT artwork, there's NFT real estate. This is taxed 10% to 35%, and with this Beneficial Spendthrift Trust, you will not have to pay this year after year. This is why I'm trying to get this out to as many people as possible, because I want to make sure people know how they can start saving money, just like the Rockefellers and US Presidents and the one percenters out there. Again, the website to get more information is thetrustisyou.com. I have a new podcast. It's called Stop Paying Capital Gains Now. I have 14 episodes out, so it's not too huge, but still it's small. But I would love to talk to you, see if I can help you. To give you an idea, if you're making more than $50,000 in profit, you should be looking at a spendthrift trust. Maybe not right away, but you're going to be looking at things. I appreciate you listening to me today. I hope you all have a wonderful Wednesday. Take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.